It's our affair part show. It's our affair part show. We love Diedrich Mateschitz. It's our affair part show.
Yes, although it's a very exciting morning for the team, we do love Diedrich Mateschitz, the man who invented Red Bull, sadly passed away this year.
Yeah, I didn't know, so that was a bit of a surprise for me. Andy's like, I got a new intro I want to record.
Yeah.
And normally that means there's like a new thing that we're talking about. Diedrich surprised me because that was a small thing like 2 days ago.
Me and Andy have been texting a lot about it this week. It's been a bit of an inside joke for us. Like I've been sending photos of me like crying, drinking Red Bull.
That was
and stuff.
funny. That was definitely funny.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, hello, I'm Liam. I don't normally sound like this. I've just got a bit of a croaky voice today. Not because I was caning it, because I'm just getting a little bit sick. But this is the Off-Air podcast. I also have Ben Harvey here.
Present.
I have producer Andy.
Present.
And Belle.
Hi.
Notice how I didn't say producer Belle? Well, congratulations to you. A team clap.
I haven't
Belle.
cried yet, but I'll probably come in the next minute.
Yeah, I could make you cry, I think. Not in a bad way. We could say the right... The right
buttons.
form of words to make you cry.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been your whole life stream to be a producer.
Totally, absolutely. And
extended
only
this
today,
morning.
like sitting out doing the phones, did it hit me. And then I just, every caller I took, I was like, this is my fifth last caller.
What did you say
is
this
my
morning?
fourth
You said that it was like pretty much exactly 10 years ago that you
Yep.
started producing and now you're on air.
Yep, correct. So I'm 28 now and I started when I was 18. As in, I was doing community radio before that, but I got my first paid gig.
That's when you got your on-air tattoo
Correct,
on your
yeah.
wrist, and now you are on air. So it came to
yes.
fruition. I've actually got producer tattooed on my wrist, so I may end up on the other side of the desk later in
Yeah,
life.
so it's been exactly 10 years.
And now that it's out and people have been texting you, how are you feeling?
Weird, really weird, but I don't know, just really excited. Like it's kind of like we just want to get into it now. Don't just want to start, but then we get those few weeks now where Ben, you're on your honeymoon, and then I'm probably just going to sleep a lot, and then
And I must admit, like Liam and I and Andy are super excited to add you into the on-air team. I mean, you're already basically on air anyway. Anyone who actually listens to this show would just consider you the third member anyway.
Yeah,
So
it's not a
that's
big
what's
change.
That's what's exciting about it. It's going to be the same show, but Belle will be on every single break instead.
And obviously, we've worked with each other for 5 of those 10 producing years, Belle. So, I mean, it's going to be an easy thing to just pick up where we left off.
Yep.
And if you're not completely around this whole thing, most people will listen to the podcast, just getting the podcast anyway. So the podcast is just going to be the same as it always was.
Yep.
There'll be off-air things. Andy's still a part of the team. But life-wise, we are moving to Melbourne. Not selling our houses, though.
We're not selling our houses.
So we're
We didn't
moving
lie.
to Melbourne,
Yep.
and we're going to do the breakfast show on Nova 100, which is very exciting. But there will still be an hour that plays on the breakfast show in Adelaide. So if you listen to the radio show in Adelaide, you'll still be able to get it. And I don't know. Are we still doing the weekend show, or is that getting the axe?
It's the weekend show will still happen, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
Lunch break will still happen on Nova 969 in Sydney.
Hey, if you're a Melbourne podcaster and you have a trade, I'm just putting it out there now.
Oh my God.
I'm just putting it out there nice and early. If you've got a trade, I'm talking concreter, I'm talking chippy, sparky, plumber. I'm always open to any sort of trade that's looking for some work. I'm
What's
sure
the
I'm
go
gonna
as well? I don't know where I'm going to live. So if you can slide into my DMs, I'd like to know where to live. Obviously, Belle's from Melbourne, which is really exciting because it's sort of, you've come full circle, and we're weirdly going to be working in the building that you first started producing in.
Sorry, what do you all keep looking at in the TV
Well,
screen?
there was a bit of
No.
Wakanda Forever news on the Today Extra program.
You're talking
So-
for the pod, but your eyes, you're both just keep looking at the TV.
Yeah, because we've got this award show, the ACRAs, on Saturday night. So because of that, we've had to fly to Sydney. So we're doing this in the fancy Sydney studios, and there's way more screens than normal in the Adelaide studios, and there's a TV that's on, and it's got the 9 News Now on it. So it's kind of distracting.
Wait,
not
guys,
even
call
interesting.
1300-582-470 now to get a deal on the Hoover.
Ooh.
That is not happening in Melbourne. If there are screens in there, they are going off because you guys can't do a show with a screen.
I was thinking we could have the Premier League on one screen.
No.
Then we could have the golf on another screen, and then I reckon Andy could probably put the baseball on a third screen.
I counted while we were talking how many screens are in this room.
Yeah.
Do we want to have a quick, without counting, look over under
11?
screens?
11.
What? Hang on. Are we including the wall screen?
Yes, every screen
throw it
in
out.
here.
No,
No,
you're
no,
counting
you
them.
ruined the... You're off the team. You're producer Belle again. I'm joking.
Anyway. No, we were talking about, so moving
Hang on,
to
how many
Melbourne.
screens are there?
20.
20 screens.
Why have you counted that?
Because as just I've just displayed to you, it's very interesting.
Well done, Andy. Thank you for that. Also exciting, we had our first, obviously we've been working together for a long time, but we had our little photo shoot yesterday, and I think it went quite well. Also, you might notice that in the new Instagram profile picture, Belle looks gorgeous, but she is a behemoth in it because she was wearing high heels and they put her on a box and they're like,
Two boxes.
Then they were like, let's put her, make her a bit taller. So let's put her on 2 boxes. So Belle is now taller than Ben and I, which I think people are just gonna be like, oh, cool new show. Jeez, she's like a basketballer or something. She's huge.
There was 2 things I want to talk about with the photo shoot, just quickly. One's for Belle, one's for Liam.
Yeah.
The first one, Liam, I'll do you first.
Yeah.
The cheek on you for that poor woman who was doing the outfits, and then you asked her to specifically iron your white shirt that you're going to wear to the awards
Well,
night.
no, Belle's...
And then and then you're like, oh, sorry, mum, I'm just going to ask her to iron my shirt. And I was like, don't do that. And then you did it anyway. And this poor woman was like, she was clearly in a rush trying to get out the door. Yeah. And then, I don't know if you heard her, but she was ironing your white shirt for you, which she didn't have to do.
She was steaming it, actually.
She was steaming it.
Well, I didn't look good for the
As she was
awards.
steaming it, I'm assuming it was her partner, called her, and I heard her answer go, I'm so sorry, I'm coming home now, I'm going to be home really soon, as she was ironing your shirt.
No, because Belle was taking the piss. She got her dress steamed.
I didn't ask for that. They did it for me.
Well, I thought, if you're getting that treatment, hang on. I want my...
Yeah, okay.
I can't...
I thought that was a bit out of line. But then also, Belle, I'm coming for you as well, because as we were leaving, you ran to the catering table and you scooped up all the cold, gross food and you put it in a little keep bag and you took that home and you ate it in the car and that was your dinner.
You're not a producer
You don't
anymore.
do that anymore, Belle, okay? You're not a producer anymore.
I still
Don't
don't
eat the
like
cold
food
leftover
waste.
food. No.
I'm still against that.
The food was so cold and had been sitting there for so long that the paper container, cardboard container it was in, was all greasy. And
The avocado was brown.
The first photo we did as well, they got Belle sitting down, and then I was sort of hugging her like I was on the back of a motorbike, and then Ben was behind me, and I was in the middle of like the Ben and Belle sandwich, and it was a very groiny photo, wasn't it? Because they're like, you got to lean in more. So like, look, have fun, everyone smile. I'm like, we're all feeling.
I don't think it was that bad.
It was pretty intimate.
It felt a bit like episode 2 of the D&D podcast.
Yeah. Big night with
no, it didn't.
It did. I felt a bit
It's
like
only
that.
weird if you make it.
Because you were so tall, it was like death by snoo.
Yeah, it's
By
good
the
to, good to do a photo shoot with Yam Ming.
I
Snooze, I haven't heard that in decades.
Do we have any further order of businesses? Because I've got one.
Yeah, you go. I got. There's a couple of Alpha Squad posts that I want to read.
I also wanted to quickly say, thank you for all you've done producing wise, Belle, and we can't wait for this next step. How did you feel about your last call that you ever put on air as a producer?
Because that
You really ended on a low point. 10 years.
stunk.
10 years and you put a
My
stinker on.
Friday meat tray one?
No,
I'm not including that.
No, we don't include that.
Jody one
the last caller
about bodyboard, and it was a second bodyboard call.
is
Oh,
that
yeah.
electric surfboard.
Terrible.
Yeah, I thought you'd like the fact that it was a dad buying an electric surfboard.
No, it was,
And
it
and I
was-
prioritised that
it was
over
bad.
the...
And then Liam made it funny by making the gag about connecting 2 calls. That made it funny and we got the out, but the actual caller was pretty... I don't know. It's not a
And also,
memorable one.
thanks to that person if they're listening. It just probably, it would have been a good first call, but maybe not the last one. But it's all good. We don't have to critique you because you're never going to do phones again.
Do you want me to end with my order of business or do you want Andy's first?
I think yours relates to what we're talking about now. Mine is a little bit different, so let's end with me.
Okay, great. So 2 Alpha Squad posts. Sam, shout out to you, just posted the nice promo photo of us and said, congratulations to Belle, hell of a player.
Hell of a play.
And then
She was a great producer.
yeah.
Hell of a player.
Hell of a player.
Hell of a play.
Now I'm
of a
confused
presenter.
what player means, but
Well,
okay.
presenter, I guess.
presenter.
Like, hell of a
Yeah,
presenter.
Cool. Yeah, I weaseled my way up.
And then Tom commented on that and said, on the big bucks now, Belle, no more drinking from Macca's glasses.
Oh, no. She'll still
No,
have
again, I will.
And then another shout out to Harry, who said, what should Belle's initiation be for joining the show?
Toga.
And then Ben commented on that, and he said, what about a smattering of all the other challenges that Ben and Liam have done at that
pretty
time
good.
on Nova? So Belle has to run a marathon, she has to kite to KI, she has to do a show from a billboard, and she has to fight an MMA fighter.
That's pretty good, actually. I don't mind.
rousing.
That is
And
good.
then to top it all off, when you're exhausted from the marathon and the kayak and the tandem
get
bike,
shat on?
yeah, that guy comes in and flosses on your back. Now, Andy, I know you wanted to end on your point of business.
Yeah, well, we're going to do team members.
I was going to say, are we forgetting something
No,
here?
no, no, but well, hang on, because I might need you, Ben, to channel the crowd who are in the room.
Oh, yeah, I got that ready to go.
Who I want to congratulate Belle for winning the 2022 Nutmeg Championship.
Oh!
Shitting me?
By which I mean you had the most.
Yeah,
Hang on.
I gathered that.
What?
As in we got through your legs the most.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we
Yes,
did.
we
No,
Yeah,
you
that
did.
checks
didn't.
out.
Yes, we did.
Is there proof? Where's the board?
Be a sore
It's not here.
loser.
Hey, well, this is the thing.
I know that you all got in my legs the most, but I think I dodged. I think I.
Daily Mail clipping that audio.
Yikes.
No, so yeah, we had a little game going. Obviously, nutmeg when a ball gets kicked through your legs, and whoever received the most nutmegs had to buy a team lunch at the end of the year. And would you look at that?
Well,
We've just
guess
finished
what?
our year, and we're going out for lunch today. So, Belle, that is on you.
How good that I already bought you all dinner the
That
other
is actually
night.
true, and I'm
But
willing.
then when you are on air, Belle, that's kind of expected because Liam and I do buy dinners for
Yeah,
everybody pretty often.
you know what? I
Remember
was
that
actually-
barley dinner that we took you out for?
Yeah, I was
Christ,
talking to
that
Luke.
hurt, that one.
I was saying this the other day. I was like, oh no, I think this means that I have to do that nice thing that the boys do,
No,
where you go,
it's
don't worry,
fine.
we'll pay for your coffee and stuff, and then we'll pay for your dinner.
You know what's,
which
a,
you've always
you know what's a good one? One thing Liam and I always do at the end of every year, and Andy, this is your first official year, so you haven't got this yet, but Liam and I at the end of every year, we do buy everyone a gift.
No, you
And we
Since when?
Remember your voucher?
You
last
serious?
year? Get your voucher. You went out to dinner.
Remember?
Did you?
You and Luke, yes, and everyone got a specific one.
Yeah.
Cam, we sent him to Africola.
Yeah.
What did I get?
Macy got one at
God.
the rooftop.
So ungrateful.
There was that time you went to Lofty House.
No, that was halfway through the year. You got me that one.
Okay, so your very expensive night at Lofty. So because it was in
Yeah.
July.
What I'm saying is, so at the end of the year, Andy, I've already thought about yours, to be honest. I already know what I'm going to get you, so that's something for you to look forward to, end of year gift. But Belle, now you get to be a part of that with Liam and I. You have to think about it, and you have to
No,
buy it.
majority of this year I was your producer, so I also get one still.
Incorrect.
Can I?
True.
I was going to pitch a segment idea, which I have in my notes for Melbourne. which I have,
Yeah.
which was because we're going to be on air over Christmas, which never happens. I think we should do a team Chris Kringle.
On air, Chris Kringle.
Yeah, like where we all draw everyone's name and then you reveal the gift.
What do we do? A
You get.
bad Santa where we give each other bad gifts.
Yeah, no, that's kind of.
That's not bad Santa.
That's kind of what's meant to happen
bad. No,
without
that's not
without
bad.
saying
What's
it.
it called?
Bad Santa is where you do Chris Kringle.
And you steal the
and then you
present,
steal.
yeah.
You don't get people back.
Oh yes. No, I remember. Yeah, no, we did bad Santa last year, but I actually got it wrong, and I thought you gave people bad gifts. Yeah.
All right, are we doing Team Member of the Week?
Let's do it.
It's the team member of the week. It'll probably be Ben. All right, then, let's get started.
Yep. Good way to finish up, eh? Team member of the week. Because we're broadcasting from a different state, we do not have the little pieces of paper that
No.
Andy normally picks out.
But if you will pad for a minute,
Are you going to get the wheel up?
I'm going to get the wheel up.
So this is a
Oh,
way we've
Lord.
been deciding on things lately. There's like a, if you just type in like spinning wheel online, like anyone can do it, and you put in what you want for the sections, and then you click it, and it lands on something. And we've been like genuinely deciding a lot of things about the show.
Sometimes, like, we might not
do you want to read
agree.
Liam's idea or Ben's
Yeah.
idea?
It might be like, oh, this person for interview, and then two of us want to do it, two of us don't. We put it on the wheel and we spin it.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
the wheel can also be that you put it so when it lands on something, it eliminates that off the wheel,
Yeah.
and then you end with one.
For the record, if it lands on your name,
You
you
are
vote.
first.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
So it's
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
not an elimination wheel.
All right, spin that wheel, Andy.
Here we go.
Here we go. Round and round she goes.
First person to vote is
Hey, you know what? I've never voted first. Never voted first. My name never gets pulled out first. Having said that, I think this is probably a trend I'm setting. I haven't thought about it. Because there's been a lot going on this week, as you'd imagine. I think just because, it's pretty exciting for Belle, and this is kind of her special moment, I think my nomination goes to Belle.
Whoa! Shit! Thanks.
Yeah, it was your last show as a producer. I
Wow.
thought it was an amazing show that you produced.
No, you didn't.
Except for that last caller. Apart from that, pretty good.
Liam. You're
Yeah.
up next, sir.
It seems like I'm copying, but I thought we wouldn't even do it this week because I just assumed everyone would vote for producer Belle because what a great run you've had, and you've done such a great job of handling this week. I think all the business has been going well so far, and your head hasn't exploded, but it's obviously a lot to take on. So yeah, you get my vote, Belle.
Oh, wow,
Andy
thanks.
up next.
Yeah, hand on heart. My vote is for 5 years of hard producing Ben and Liam and 10 years of working in the industry as a producer, and my vote goes to Belle as well.
It's pretty rare.
Also,
Also, Belle, can I just say,
Special shout out to producer Andy, who is also moving to Melbourne with us.
Yeah.
And he's been living in Adelaide now for years and years and years. So shout out to Andy as well.
Well, I'm the last to go, and my vote.
That's right. He had a meeting before, and he's been in the building for like 12 years, and everyone's like, so happy for Belle.
Yeah,
I'm like, what about Andy? He's like the poor ugly sister. He's like coming along the road.
No, this is exactly why I had thought about my vote prior to this, and I was going to vote for you, Andy, purely because that was a horrific thing to watch happen in that meeting when no one said anything about Andy, and you've been doing
I think I did a good job. I put my hand up and said, hey.
I appreciate that, Sarah.
Yeah.
Notice, nor did the nomination. Thank you.
Andy is, moving his whole life as well, and you have kind of had to take the back seat while all of this has been happening. You came to the photo shoot yesterday. It felt weird because I was in the photo shoot and then you weren't, and it's just a
You were getting near the toast, and Belle was getting angry because she was going to take the leftovers later on.
But that's the thing. So I think, my vote was always going to go to you. But just,
Also, can I just say how stoked you were about the whole thing, Belle? Like, you said you squirreled your way up, but you've never, you've always wanted to be a good producer. And you've always done that. It's not like Andy's following us around with a gun to the back of our head.
No.
Oh, wait, can't wait for the next one to drop. But it just so happens this opportunity came up, and we were so excited to have you.
Absolutely,
on board.
and that's actually a really good point. I'm not one of those people, because people always say, when you're a producer, they're like, so I guess your goal is to be on air, and I'd always say no, it's not. I'm
a very
so
different
happy
role.
producing. Yeah, I loved making the things that then got to air, and you got to just hand it over and then watch it shine on air most of the time. But and then now when you sat me down and said we'd like you to join the team, I still think
you thought it was a bit.
Essentially, what it was like Liam and I were on this big, mighty ship, right? And it was in this raging ocean.
Yeah. I love where this is going already.
Raging ocean. There's an almighty storm, and we saw this thing floating on a raft.
And at first we thought,
the Caribbean opening scene.
Yeah, and we threw a lifeline out to Belle. We pulled her up on the ship, and now you're on the mighty ship, Belle.
Yeah, I'm the captain.
I appreciate the nomination and speaking about it in the meeting. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm grateful that you guys are taking me to Melbourne, and I'm really excited to be your first radio producer, Belle.
So weird.
Oh, well, Belle, get your coffee order in.
Belle, would you gamble your team member of the week, because you got 3 noms and Andy got 1. Would you gamble your team member of the week with Andy? Would you rock off or put it on the wheel for a bit of fun?
I think you deserve it.
Talent. Nah, take that from the producer, thanks.
No, you got to learn, Belle, as the talent. You got to learn that you got to throw the producers a little crumb every now and then.
Nominated him.
So this is you throwing Andy a crumb.
My crumb.
What I need Belle to throw me is some acknowledgement that the wheel is a thing.
I hate this effing wheel.
Everyone agrees with the wheel except for Belle.
So on the wheel, we'll end the team member of the week on this. On the wheel, it says Andy and it says Belle. We're going to spin it. Whoever it lands on is the team member of the week.
Sorry, in past weeks, when someone's gotten 3 noms and someone else has gotten 1, we don't put it to the wheel. That person that got 3 just wins. Why is it suddenly up to the wheel?
I got a deal for you. I've put 3 Bells and 1 Andy on the wheel.
So what about 1 Dietrich made shits, just to make it interesting? The Red Bull founder who died this week.
Yeah, okay, let's add Dietrich on there.
How wild would that be if Dietrich won after all that? I mean, he's had a pretty bad week, to be fair. He died.
It would be the ultimate tribute if he could somehow win.
Wouldn't it?
All right, so whoever...
You've got a 3 in 5 chance of being team member of the week. I have a 1 in 5, as does Dietrich Mateshits. Here we go.
This is huge.
This is freaking huge.
Around and around it goes.
Round spinning.
All right, here we go.
Oh my god, it's not going to be Belle. It's going to be Dietrich!
That's Dietrich!
Landed on Dietrich.
Whoa.
He does have wings.
It's the first ever, and I've forgotten the name of it. What's it called when you win an Oscar and you're dead?
It is the first ever posthumous.
Posthumous. It's the first ever
posthumous. I was halfway through posthumous and promiscuous.
Posthumous team member of the week.
Oh, thanks, Dietrich, for stealing your drink off of the Thai people and making billions off of it.
Didn't even think, I never thought he would win Team Member of the Week.
He was a real smoky.
Ever since we started doing it, I never thought he'd win.
He was a real smoky.
I don't think... I mean, the family are going to be just ecstatic. I hope the funeral proceedings haven't started, because it would be certainly good to sort of top line that he was Team Member of the Week.
When the pallbearers are walking down the street in, I guess, Vienna, and they've got a little tin of Red Bull and the little golden Sebulba on top of the castle.
Yeah. I also love how, people are trying to work out what's happening with, hang on, are they leaving or where are they going? And so some people might listen to this podcast and, write articles and stuff and it'll be like, And then they were talking about the Red Bull founder. I don't really know the link there. He won the team of the week, so maybe he's doing the breakfast show as well. No, hang on, he's dead. I don't know. Might be a hologram. And yes, Belle, I'm still looking at the television.
Stop looking at the
Did you see the ad before for Love Island?
Yeah, it looks good, didn't it?
It was sexy.
Oh, God.
It was promiscuous.
All right, see ya.